Pyramid of Giza. The Great Pyramid of Giza was built around 2600 BC by the Egyptians and took 20 years to complete. It's the largest of the three Giza pyramids and was constructed as a tomb for the Egyptian pharaoh named Khufu. The pyramid's perfect symmetry and unparalleled height, 146.5 meters, made it an extremely impressive site that was visited by ancient tourists. The Great Pyramid of Giza is the last remaining wonder of the ancient world that it was the tallest human-made structure on Earth for almost 4,000 years. It towers over the west bank of the Nile River, and it made up of more than 2 million stones covering 13 acres of land. How it was truly built remains a mystery, though scientists are confident that log rollers and sleds were used to move the massive stones. Colossus of Rhodes. The Colossus of Rhodes was, as the name suggests, absolutely massive. Built by the Rhodians on the Greek island of Rhodes between 294 to 282 BCE, the statue is said to have measured 100 feet, or 33 meters, high, approximately the height of the modern Statue of Liberty. It was built by a Greek sculptor named Charis of Lindos. According to the History Channel, it only stood for 60 years before crumbling to the ground in an earthquake, and remnants were sold as scrap metal. Historians also do not know the exact location of the statue, nor precisely what it looked like, but they do know it was built in honor of the sun god Helios. Hanging Gardens of Babylon. The Hanging Gardens of Babylon remain one of history's great mysteries. Archaeologists aren't positive where it stood, though according to the ancient Greeks, it was found near the Euphrates River, in what is now modern-day Iraq. The Hanging Gardens of Babylon were built by King Nebuchadnezzar II as a gift for his wife, who missed the mountains and flowers of her homeland. The gardens allegedly were a lush paradise with plants dripping from walls some 75 feet high. Babylon was a desert-like place, so creating a sanctuary of lush green trees, shrubs, and vines is a quite extraordinary achievement. The gardens were apparently destroyed by earthquake in the 1st century AD. It is possible, however, that these mysterious gardens were purely mythical and never actually existed, as no archaeological evidence of them has ever been discovered. Statue of Zeus at Olympia. Greek sculptor Phidias created a 40-foot or 12 meters statue in honor of Zeus, which sat at the Temple of Zeus in Olympia until its demise. The statue is said to have been plated with gold and ivory, and it depicted Zeus sitting on a cedar wood throne with more gold, ivory, and precious stones. It was designed to inspire awe in worshippers and is considered to have been pagan, which would explain why the statue was removed and lost after the rise of Christianity in 426 CE. Temple of Artemis at Ephesus. The Temple of Artemis, built in what is now Western Turkey, would surely still stand out today as an architectural marvel. Built around 550 BCE, the temple was some 350 feet long by 180 feet wide and filled with artworks and sculptures. It was destroyed by the Goths in 262 CE and was never reconstructed. However, small fragments still exist, which can be viewed in the British Museum. Mausoleum at Halicarnassus. The mausoleum at Halicarnassus is another ancient giant from what is now modern-day Turkey, near Bodrum. The tomb was built in 353 and 350 BCE by Artemisia II for her husband Mausolus, who was also her brother. Artemisia II was so distraught at his death that she felt he deserved an extravagant tomb, worthy of a king. Descriptions of the mausoleum say it was almost perfectly square and built with 36 columns, all topped with a 24-step pyramid. It was likely destroyed in a 13th century earthquake. Some fragments still sit in the British Museum. The impressive 41-meter-high structure combined Greek, Lycian, and Egyptian architecture. No expense was spared. The mausoleum was filled with beautiful marble statues, temples, sculptures, and friezes. The mausoleum was the second longest surviving ancient wonder, after the Great Pyramid of Giza. It was eventually destroyed by earthquakes between the 12th and 15th century AD. The Lighthouse of Alexandria. The Lighthouse of Alexandria was built by Sostratus of Cnidus around 280 BCE. It was constructed on the island of Pharos in Egypt, and, according to Britannica, stood an impressive 350 feet high, or between 115 and 145 meters tall. It was also allegedly paired with a massive statue representing either Alexander the Great or Ptolemy the Soter. It used a mirror to reflect the sun's rays during the day and a fire at night. The light was supposedly visible over 30 miles away. Unfortunately, much like the majority of the ancient wonders, the lighthouse was damaged by a number of earthquakes before completely collapsing during the 15th century, but was later replaced by a fortress.